Hi everyone and welcome to Soft Products where each item is spun with care. Today we're gonna make a Christmas ornament from our boucle fabric. If you got our DIY kit from Etsy, you will receive 3 different sizes of ornaments and 3 pieces of fabric, boucle fabric, to make them cozy and nice for your Christmas tree or other decorations. You can use any fabric you desire, but today we're gonna do the boucle fabric ornament. Before we begin, we have to remove the caps from our ornament because we're gonna wrapping our base in fabric. Make sure to be gentle to the caps because they are flexible and you can move the certain details on it, but make sure to not break it because then we have to glue it and attach it separately. We just gently move them a little bit out of center that we can wear it on the ornament once it's ready. Now let's work on our ornament base. We will need the needle and the thread. Make sure to fold the thread in half and tie the knot. You will might not need the glue and scissors. So we're gonna put our needle through the fabric and make a pocket to wrap up our Christmas ornament and tie it tight, and might need use the glue, but if you did it correctly and if it fits well, you might don't need to use it. So once you threaded the needle with double thread and tied the knot, we poke the hole in the fabric to make a loop and secure our thread. We make a loop and put our needle through to tie the knot to make sure once we gonna pull our fabric in a pocket that it's not loosened and we not lose the shape of it. And then we just start to move our needle and put as many fabric we can on our needle and pull it out, that the needle go through the fabric with the thread. That will help us to make the pocket. We do exact the same steps all over the fabric circle. You don't have to pull too much for now yet. We just threading the circle with our thread, and then we just gonna pull it to tie it around our ornament. You put as many as you can on the needle and then you pull it out. Try to stay a little bit away from the edge in case fabric got loosened or start crushing the fiber. If you can see, we're already shaping it up. This and following steps will be absolutely the same for all sizes. The difference gonna be just on the size of the fabric and the size of the ornament, but the concept of making these pouches is absolutely the same. We make a pouch, we put our ornament inside and tie it as much as we can, as close as possible to the hole for the caps. This takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of time. Maybe for the first one it's gonna be a little bit time consuming, but for the next ones it's gonna be easy for you to understand and make it faster. For the faster process, you can have a longer needle, then it's gonna put more fabric on it, and we're just going in circle to complete it. Once you're done making a half of the circle, you can start pulling it to form our pouch. But don't pull too hard because we still need to fit our ornament, and if it's too tight, it might not fit in. So we leave a big hole to put our pouch, and then we gonna form our pouch around it by using needle and thread. If you feel like it's too complicated to make it with the needle and take too much time, you can try to use just a hot glue to put it inside the ornament and try to glue it. But the difference is that this is for sure thick and it would hold the shape. With a glue during the time, it might just lose the shape and unglue the whole ornament and the fabric. So we're almost done, and here what we're gonna do. We put our ornament inside the pouch, and the fabric might seem like it's smaller than the whole ornament, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna stretch the fabric around the ornament. It might seem that it's too small once again, but it should fit perfectly around the ornament. We put it inside, and now slowly make sure don't pull too hard on the thread that we not lose all our work. We start slowly forming our fabric around the ornament. You pull the thread, slowly adjusting it and trying to come closer and closer to the opening. It might seem it doesn't fit, it's too small, but you have to help it to stretch and kind of wear on the ornament. Slowly pull, make sure to not break the thread. If you feel like thread is too short and there is no way you can make it, then I would suggest just make a knot, tie it to secure it, and make one more threading with a new thread. So we're just pulling it, try to pull it up closer to the hole. It might seems to be too tight and not gonna cover it, but it just needs to be a little bit massaged and a little bit of your help. The other thing, if you think this is it, it doesn't cover, the thing what we can do, we just take our thread and we keep going around with the needle to form it closer and closer to the hole. So when you think it's a limit, that's it, there is no way I can come even closer, then we have to thread it around. Don't be afraid to push the fabric up and the thread. In my case, I'm almost out of thread and I just gonna go as much as I can, weaving the needle through the fabric as we did to make this pouch, and pull it. Weave a little bit and pull it. This would help you to bring fabric closer to the opening. It might not cover the whole opening up and inside, it's just go perfectly around it, and the rest what's left over, our caps would cover it that nobody can see it. If you feel like it does not cover at all and you don't wanna struggle to cover it as close as possible, you can decorate it with the ribbon or tie the rope around it and just wear the cap on top of it. In my case, I just gonna keep going with the needle until I get as close as possible to wear my fabric to the ornament, and then we're just gonna cover it with the cap and it should look good enough. If for some reason you're out of thread, you just leave the little piece of thread which one you was cutting and make a new one, fold the thread in half and tie the knot, and do the same step as we was starting on working on our pouch. We poke a hole, make a loop to secure it, and we can tie it to the little piece of thread just to make sure that everything is secured. If you feel like that was secured, then you don't have to do the extra steps. This is just precaution to make sure that everything is secured and our fabric, our pouch, not gonna be loosened or lost. Just to make sure everything's secured, you can go one more time around the opening just to make sure everything is tight and good. You can go one more time around, and then we just gonna make a final step of wearing the cap on top of it. As you can see, it seems like it's too small, but actually it turns out to be perfect for to cover all ornament. If for some reason you wasn't able to cover, don't worry, you can decorate it with a rope or any other decorations, or maybe try to wear the cap and it wouldn't be visible at all. So just don't worry if you wasn't able to cover it perfectly. You still can go around it, tie the rope around, or do some decorations. This is totally fine. Nobody will look too close to it, and this is your perfect art, and this is how you made it by your own hands. So it is already has more value than just to buy ornaments from the store. This is your unique craft work, and be proud of yourself that you made it that far. Once you finished, go around and came back to where you started. You tie the knot one or two just to make sure. You make a loop, put your needle through the loop and tie it to make sure everything is secured. Usually I do it twice to make sure that everything is perfect and I don't have to worry about to losing my pouch. Once it's ready, now it's time to test it out our cap, if it would cover the fabric and look perfectly, or we still have to work a little bit with needle. You can glue the cap if you're sure that it's perfectly fit, or just leave it on top as it is. It's not necessary to use the glue, but if you feel more secure about it, you can add it. So we just open a little bit our cap. Just make sure don't break them, they are very sensitive and flexible. We just make it open that we can cover the fabric on top, and we squeeze the fork of it and put it inside. Once it's inside, let it go, it's gonna click it yourself. And as you can see, I don't think so I do need the glue, but if certain things not covered, you can open a little bit of cap and put some glue inside of it. If you think this is look perfect for you, you might don't need to use a glue. This is just an additional step, but it's not necessary. If you're sure that everything perfect, you can cut off the needle, thread, and you're good to go. If you want to prevent any openings or lose the cap, you can use the hot glue, but please don't use too much because then it's gonna be visible. You just open a little bit of cap holders. Just be gentle because they are very sensitive. You open it, you add the glue a little bit, and you cover it back. That should stick perfectly. The hot glue sticks to the fabric and it sticks to the cap. Just don't put too much of hot glue because it might melt the cap, and the other thing, it might be too much and it's gonna be visible glue around it. In my opinion, if you did everything and it's look perfect to you, then you don't have to add the glue at all. So here is our ornament. I hope you like this workshop. Once again, the following steps is exactly the same for all the sizes. If you have any questions, please contact me directly through our Etsy shop or email. We'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you.